Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Allen. Our guest is a well-known naturopathic doctor. His name is Dr. Michael T. Murray. He's written more than 30 books. He's been on the Dr. Oz show. He's the chief science officer of, I'm going to blow this, but it's Enzyme Medica, leading scientific research projects in 35 plus years. He's compiled a database of more than 65,000 articles of original scientific studies. Before we get into everything else that we're going to talk about, Dr. Murray, thanks for joining us here on the show. Are there research that shows that nutraceuticals, supplements, vitamins really help the body be healthy? Because a lot of MDs and a lot of people like the FDA say, And I'm putting you on the spot.
There's no question there's a huge body of scientific evidence on the value of proper nutritional supplementation. So anyone saying otherwise really has their head in the sand. There's so many simple, great, natural approaches to health and healing that most medical doctors just don't know about at all. And we have to change that. We have to help people take control of their health, put their health in their own hands first, and then utilize physicians as supporters of that goal of improving their health.
And that's really what the mission of Late Night Health is to offer a variety of different points of view, from allopathic to alternative. While we do spend most of our time in the alternative or natural world, we do incorporate everything because people have the right to make a choice on their health care.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
As we went into this segment, I said, let's check about your belches. And is belching a good thing to do, or is that a sign of something that may be wrong? Maybe
a sign that something's not quite right. If we look at digestive health, it's really a main focus of our health goals. Hippocrates, the father of Western medicine, said it well. He said, all health begins in the gut. So we really have to have proper digestion, proper digestive function if we want to be healthy. And unfortunately, 1 out of 3 American adults experience significant digestive disturbances. And this ranges from minor things like gas, bloating, belching, as you mentioned, maybe occasional heartburn, constipation, diarrhea, and it can also include, more serious health conditions as well. But gut health is a big issue these days, and I think that most people have been going down the wrong path, not just by choosing a drug as a biochemical Band-Aid, but even with some of their natural approaches. I think they're just missing the mark.
Some of the things that I want to talk about include probiotics, prebiotics. I mean, there's so many different things to discuss here. Let's talk about some of the symptoms that people should say, gee, I'm pooping 12 times a day. That would not be a good thing.
That would not be. I don't think that would be a good thing. There's a lot of individual variation as far as, what is a healthy bowel movement, what is a good regularity. But I learned quickly when I was in practice that you had to be really specific with patients. If I ask, do you have a regular bowel movement, a lot of times I'd hear, yeah, I have one once a week. That's maybe regular, but that's not ideal. So, we should have at least 1 or 2 bowel movements a day, and they should be well-formed, not too hard, not too soft. And unfortunately, 100 million Americans regularly experience constipation, and they often seek stimulant laxatives or osmotic laxatives that I think really could train them to become dependent upon those instead of doing some natural things, increase the intake of fiber. And when people hear fiber, they often think of grains and whole grains and eating more bran muffins. But really, fiber refers to the indigestible portion of all plant foods. So vegetables and fruit, nuts and seeds, they're rich sources of fiber as well. So getting more fiber in the diet is really important. We'll talk about probiotics, but really to feed our healthy gut flora, we really need to have a high fiber diet. That's where we get these prebiotic compounds that really stimulate the growth of the health promoting organisms.
I know that there are liquid, powdered fiber, right? And they advertise them all over the place on TV, radio, and you take this. Psyllium, I think, is one of the major ingredients. It's a plant-based. It's not digestible, but it pushes stuff through. And I can remember my grandmother, if she didn't poop, I don't know what time, but I'm going to say 8 a.m. every morning, she was constipated. And then she would have to take some kind of a laxative. It didn't make sense to me because, maybe you didn't eat as much yesterday. Maybe you're a little bit uptight today. Maybe who knows what.
Yeah.
And so you go at 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. Do you hear this, or have you heard that when you were in practice a lot, especially with older people?
Yeah. As people age, their digestive secretions change, and one of the things I hear more often is as people age, they become more sensitive to certain types of food. Maybe they've eaten a particular food their whole life, but now when they eat that food, it causes them to feel gassy or bloated or really uncomfortable. They love that food. They don't want to give it up. And I tell them, if it's a healthy food, I tell them, well, let's see if we can try and help improve your digestion. One of the, I think, real differences in philosophy, separating out conventional medicine and alternative medicine, is that in naturopathic medicine, for example, we really try to identify the underlying root cause. And for many people, as they age, there's a decline in the secretion of pancreatic enzymes. And these enzymes are responsible for breaking food particles into smaller food particles. And these people just do fantastic when you supplement them with a high-potency, broad-spectrum digestive enzyme supplement. And that should really be the first step, I think, for many people looking to improve their digestion, is looking to a high-potency enzyme over any other type of product.
Years ago, I interviewed Earl Mendel. You must know of him if you don't know Earl. And Earl told me that a lot of people, and I'm just remembering this, that instead of taking antacids, that you should, that possibly you should be taking something that will help secrete more acid, because the symptomology is the same.
Yeah, exactly. And many people that are reaching for these antacids or acid blocking drugs, they're really wreaking havoc on their digestive system. These PPIs, for example, drugs like Nexium and Prilosec, studies have actually shown that they shorten people's lives when they're used on a regular basis. So they actually end up killing people. Now, it's not going to cause an immediate death, but these drugs are harmful because they're blocking various physiological events like the secretion of hydrochloric acid. We need that. It's important for kind of kickstarting our digestive process and helping the breakdown of the food into the smaller particles, activating enzymes, and it's really important. And if you block it, you're going to have all sorts of problems. You're going to have not only an increased risk for infections in the gastrointestinal tract, but also respiratory infections. You're going to increase the risk for fractures, heart disease, cancer, strokes. It's just
and some mental issues too.
Alzheimer's disease is linked now to these drugs. Yeah, they're problematic, and gosh, it's just sad because I think medical historians, when they look back at this era, they're going to say, what were those doctors thinking? You're giving a drug that blocks digestion to simply suppress the symptoms? Why don't you utilize compounds in nature to get that digestion working properly, and that's what we can do through a number of measures, including hydrochloric acid, digestive enzymes, various herbal products. There's just so many things that we can do, and we haven't even talked about probiotics, which definitely have their place in helping improve digestive function. But I think for some symptoms, people would be better off using different types of products than probiotics.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, I tend to eat a lot of foods that are naturally high in probiotics. For example, pickles. Certain kinds of pickles and sauerkraut that are naturally made both have probiotics. Is that something that's better than taking a supplement?
Yeah, I mean, there's different types of organisms, and what we're learning from the medical literature is that what's really important is to have a variety of foods that can help promote a diverse microbiome. The microbiome reflects the bacteria and yeast and other organisms that reside naturally in our intestinal tract. And eating foods that are high in probiotics, you mentioned the fermented foods, pickles, sauerkraut, yogurt, kefir. These are very healthful foods for most people. But many times people, because they may be lacking digestive enzymes or other factors, their intestines are very sensitive. Sometimes they get an overgrowth of yeast and bacteria in the small intestines, for example, and so when they are given more bacteria, more probiotics, it can actually increase the gas and bloating. Probiotics are great. We need them for the health of the microbiome, and they're important for overall digestive health, immune function. There's a brain-gut connection, and there are other ways in which the probiotics can help improve health. But one thing that they do not do is really digest food. That's where enzymes really come into play. And most people are suffering from gas, bloating, occasional indigestion, or other digestive issue, not as a result of having the wrong type of probiotics, but rather they are lacking these digestive secretions. And that's where I think digestive enzymes are really, really valuable in helping people. Do you have
a favorite? I mean, I know that they have papaya enzyme, for example, is available.
Yeah, that's just not going to be strong enough for most people. The number one selling digestive enzyme supplement in North America is produced by the company I work with, Enzymatica. It's called Digest Gold. And for people wanting to learn more about digestive enzymes, there's lots of great free information at enzymatica.com. And the purpose of this appearance on your show is just to kind of try to get people familiar with utilizing digestive enzymes and really just give them a chance. Sometimes,
Doctor, we're going to take a time out, and we're going to come back and talk more about digestive gold and the other products there. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Dr. Michael Murray is our guest. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. Don't go away as we continue here on Late Night Health, and join us at latenighthealth.com.
Love becomes an unlimited, renewable resource the instant it's powered by all the beauty within your priceless soul. And you are limitless. Love is also heaven's charitable cash. That's why you're meant to spend your life giving it all away to others. Just think of how rich you truly are. It takes but one kind heart to make a tree blossom with love. And it's your turn to grow with that love. Share your bounty with the world.
For more inspiration from Robert Clancy, visit guidetothesoul.com or go to the Moments with Robert page on latenighthealth.com.
Want to generate more leads for your business? How about building a stronger social media following and better brand credibility to help increase your closing ratio? At Easy Way Promotions, we can help you to stop doing it the hard way and start doing business the easy way. With $1 billion relationship equity, a digital reach of 100 million plus, and over 18 years of business experience with entertainment and nonprofit, Easy Way Promotions is sure to boost your business. On March 24th at 5 p.m., come join us at the Business Expo Center in Orange County near Anaheim Convention Center. We're celebrating host and social media mogul Eric Zuli's birthday with a benefit supporting American Cancer Society. Come hang with over 30 celebrities and influencers, over 20 red carpet media outlets, and enjoy some amazing food and drink with a celebrity chef. For more info or to RSVP, call 877-399-2929 or download our free mobile app at easywaymobile.com. That's letter E, letter Z, W-A-Y. We'll see you there. This message brought to you by SafeSolutionsNow.com.